Good morning, everybody. Whew. It's time for a Stitch with Me, and look at what we're doing today. We're doing our little honeybee portrait, because we haven't done honeybee portrait in a while. Are the dogs upset because they hear me talking? I don't know. It's probably just Fargo, being Fargo. But anyway, look at this. Only a cross stitcher does this. It gets like little sticker numbers caught on the reading glasses. But oh my goodness, it's early in the morning on a Saturday. I have the weekend off. I actually have the whole next week off. So I'm excited. I'm getting a lot of things done over a long stretch of time. I'm very, very happy about that. So we are going to do some serious progress on this cross stitch today. And this is as far as I've gotten. As you might remember, we haven't been working on this one very often, which is unfortunate in the extreme, because I really love the design of this particular piece. And no, I didn't actually plan on doing a HAED because I just did a HAED video. But hey, by the way, this past week I did a video going over the Heaven and Earth Designs website. So if you guys have never checked it out, you should go check it out. Don't be intimidated by the pieces. Every cross stitch pattern, every one that you stitch is one stitch at a time. And it's one full cross stitch, one full X at a time. And if you can do an X, you can do anything. Right? You can do anything. I can do it better. I can do anything. You can do it more. Yes, I can. Do you can't? Yes, I can. No, you can't. Or is it the other way around? I don't remember. The birds are still covered, so they're not going to be, hopefully, terribly loud today, because I can't handle it when they're terribly loud. So, the thing is that I shouldn't say I lost. I hate to say that I lost. It's not really lost. It's just not in my possession at the moment, but I needed to do some cross stitch here, but I had to reprint out. And this is one of the advantages of having the patterns on your computer, is that if you can't find a page or you mess a page up, like I am wont to do. I mean, I don't want to do it, but I am wont to do it. I don't even know the difference, to be honest with you on that one. But if that's the case, you just print yourself out another page. And thankfully, I hadn't gotten very far, sadly, on this piece. So I was able to print out a whole new page. So, because we're going to focus on, I think, this area to start, like this area over here. So, hubby is out of town, still out of town, and I'm struggling somehow. Well, I'm doing better today. Gotta tell you, Thursday was rough, man. That was the day they left. And even though I normally have Thursdays off by myself, knowing that he wasn't going to be home that night, it just threw me out of whack. I was in whack on Wednesday, came out of whack on Thursday. Oh, could you guys see that snag coming? I could. And yet I still pulled. Oy. All right, this is how I'm just going to deal with this snag. I'm just going to cut it right off. We're brutal this morning. Be gone, snag. We're getting rid of this. But I just got out of whack. And I felt better yesterday. I was more productive yesterday when I got home from work. And now, today, I feel, except for the fact that I can't get this cross stitch started, I feel like I'm normal again. So I just had to throw my little mini tantrum. My husband's not around, and which is still makes me laugh sometimes and boggles my mind, because I used to be so independent. I'd be like, oh, it's okay, do what you want, see you later. Well, I mean, when I was single for so long. Now I'm just like, oh, my husband. Brother. Anyway. So, about the only thing I've worked on this week is Dachshund. I really thought I was going to get a lot of stitching done on Thursday, but I just told you how that turned out. But I am going to get a lot more done on this one for sure today. And then we're going to spin into working on some other things for sure. Come here. I got to fold that down. Fold that down. Okay. So, all right, first, before I forget, I have a video coming out tomorrow that I literally need to shoot today, but I will shoot today. I am going to be part of this little event that's happening tomorrow. They've put together these little series of, like, presenting designers that we love. I should have remembered exactly what this is, but it's very early in the morning. And anyway, I have a video come out tomorrow. It's part of a group of videos from other people, and I will be talking about, of course, my favorite designers. And I am not going to spoil the rest for you, but there'll be another video out tomorrow, and then I'll have a video out on Monday about another design website. And yep, I think I'm going to record a bunch of them today, 3 or 4 of them or something, just to get ahead. And this is irritating me. The page of my pattern is folding up. Wait, I know. I'll put some honey on top of it. There we go. But I still have that from before. But I can go all the way across, and I think I will. Anyway, so I'm going to get a bunch of videos done today. Anyway, I want to talk about the fact that I don't know if you call it making the most of something, or that things happen for a reason to put you on the track that you're supposed to be. I had another boo-boo with a website this weekend, or not weekend, this past week. And it was 100% my fault as to what happened. But, well, I shouldn't say that. The server, okay, let me go back. I have been creating websites for a while. And I think I am going to, I think I'm going to actually let you guys in on the one that I do. The one that I've been trying to build up more and more, because there are certain things that I just like to read about and talk about, even if I don't do them. And I have a site, and the site started out actually as a site to educate folks on how you can actually go about starting your own business, like your own salon in your home. Now, one would not think that that's something that I would do, because I'm not a big, like, salon type person, but the idea of the business itself is pretty awesome. And so what I did, I started out writing about business, and now I've expanded it into just, it's everything, and in terms of salon type, spa type stuff. Part of that interest came when we were on our cruise, and I got exposed to a lot more of that when I was on the cruise. But anyway, I'll put the website below if you guys want to check it out. It's got a lot of different articles. If you have anybody that was wanting to do like their own home salon, there are some, I think, good business type articles that are on there about like how to like what scheduling software to use, and what services to offer, and just blah, blah, blah. Just all these, and exactly, like, there's a big article on just exactly how to get started. And so, but that's kind of what I've been working on this year. I've been working on other sites, though. I've been reading and learning. I didn't do that right. I want to be okay with that. I'm not going to get all bent out of shape because I made a little tiny mistake there. I'll come back and correct that with the next row. But I've been building websites, and building by meaning building. Nowadays, what building means is basically writing. And so, dogs are wrestling downstairs. So this site kind of has morphed into a larger and larger site as I've gone, but it's a pretty big site. The vast majority of it I've done. Some of it was done by other people, either before I got it or people that I hired to do a few things on. But 90% of it's me. But it's just a lot of, it's sort of like what I want my next career to be in terms of building websites, providing information, good quality information, helping people out. I should come back and do this one too. So I'll put the link below if you guys want to check it out. It's interesting. There's a lot of things for just regular people too. I mean, if you're not doing a business, but you want to learn about different aspects of, I don't know, hair and skin and all that other stuff. It's all good. Sometimes I'm a little shy to talk about stuff like that. But anyway, so I was working on a site like that. So the reason, and I have other sites. I have other sites that I've been doing. My problem, as you guys know, if you followed me for any length of time, you know that a big issue that I have, and it's a strength and a weakness at the same time, is that I do too many different things. I spread myself too thin. I like to do a lot of different things at the same time. Like cross-stitch projects. Got too many. I don't have too many. I mean, what's too many? That's no such thing. But it spreads you thin, so you can't make progress on any one thing too much unless you really sit down and focus on it. So the same thing happened with the websites. I've got all these different ones that I started thinking that I would be able to I'll be able to build all these up. And now I've got most of them sitting on hold. And I had about 3 or 4 that I've been working on. And now that includes work, because I'm building up our work website from scratch in the same style. I've taken everything that I've learned over the last year about building websites, and now I'm rebuilding the one for work. And I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of work over time. And I learned a lot also from remember when I had the crash? Remember the big crash with my stitching website? Where's my highlighter? What did you guys do? What did you guys do with my highlighter? Where did it go? Seriously, where did it go? Did it drop it? I mean, come on, guys. Stop kidding around. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Don't ask me how I lose stuff all the time. It's a natural skill. It's an innate ability to lose things. But anyway, so I was really sad when I lost everything on that site, on the stitching site, because I had written some good articles and I had all this progress on all my pieces, all my projects. I had been showing all these pictures of all my progress with everything, and I was like, oh, I've worked on this for 1.5 years and it's all gone. And I was just bummed. And it was about a 2-day period of woe is me, I feel so sorry for myself, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this better, bigger, better. And honestly, I really like the new website so much more than the old one. I can't get this. There we go. Because the idea of making it a place where people could come find information out about other designers, pattern websites, flosstube creators, all of that. And so it can really be a helpful resource instead of just being kind of like me. So, I took that lesson and I was like, all right, so it's not the end of the world when your site goes away. But the other thing I did was at the time, I was like, you know what? I need to back up my sites. I'm going to back up my sites so I never lose my site again. Well, something happened, people. Not with the stitching site. That one's still protected and everything's good. But I had another I had a scooter site. I have this fascination with electricity. I'm so intelligent. With electric vehicles. Cars, yes, but I don't want to write about cars. I wanted to write about like scooters and bikes and motorcycles. And I was kind of doing this site, and I'll be honest with you, I kept having a mental block with the site. Like I got so far with writing it, and then I just was like, I'm struggling with motivation. I'm struggling with just all these different things. And the problem was that I was working so much on trying to figure out how to like get past my mind block on that site that I wasn't paying enough attention to the salon site or the stitching site or just a lot of different things. And well, about a week ago, the site went away. So I just went kapluey. And like literally it was like when you type on the site, it's like a 404 error. Basically, it's like it's gone. And I spent Thursday morning online, like talking to a number of different people, hosting companies and, all these different things and whatnot. And what I discovered was that apparently the server just went down. So wherever the server is, which it's in the UK somewhere, I was able to track that part down. It just went down. Now, whether that was because they just shut their computer down or who knows what, but somebody had been hosting that. I'm going to start here. Yeah, I'm going to start there. And it just went away. And that's not, when someone says, you know what, I'm going to take all your information. Hold on, I'm just getting this started. I'm going to keep it on my computer and present it to the internet from my computer. That's fun. That's how a lot of things got started. And that's still how a lot of things happen with any, with any website or, just whatever. That's how things work. Now, my mistake was I thought I had made a backup of the scooter site, like not that long ago, a couple months ago or something. But I can't find it. And when the scooter site went down, they're like, well, everything's fine if you could just put your backup back up there. And I'm like, I can't find my backup. I had a backup of the stitching site, I had a backup of the salon site, I had a backup of every site but that one. So it's like, oh, jeez, not again. Not again. I have to start over. And that was another reason why I was kind of depressed on Thursday, because that was when I kind of came to the realization that site was gone. And that was like 8 months worth of work. Gone. It wasn't like a lot of work. But it was a fair bit of work. And so I was all depressed about it for about 8 hours. And then I got over myself and I said, listen, let's look at this objectively. Things happen for a reason. Things always do. So I said, well, what do I want to do about this? And the bottom line, as I kind of came back to, is I want to not pay as much attention to that site. Oh, dog's barking outside. There's a dog barking like 3 doors down. They're barking at that. And so what I discovered was I'm doing too much. I have too many sites that I'm focusing on, and I'm spreading myself so thin that none of them are getting the attention that they truly deserve. So I started working a lot harder on my stitching site and my salon site again, because I really hadn't done as much on the salon site as I kind of thought that I had. And when I really went through and looked at it, I'm like, wow, I've kind of neglected this site somewhat, and I shouldn't. So I went and I did it. And so So last night I was working on it, and I was writing, and I'm going to write more today, and I just feel better about it. I'm like, just do the best with fewer things. And so, the stitching site right now, I'm working on an article called, and other people have done this, and I know they've done this, and I'm taking some reference from other people's stuff, but I constantly get questioned by, like, just out and about, by my family, friends, or just random people when it comes up that I cross stitch, and they're like, well, what is I mean, is cross stitch needlepoint? My grandmother used to do needlepoint. Is that the same thing? Or my sister does embroidery, or my brother does embroidery, or whatever. And sorry, I gotta cut this back a little bit. And so I kind of wanted to just write out both for myself to learn exactly what it is, as well as to write just some good quality articles. Again, just to make the site a go-to place for folks, and to, really to kind of encourage others to start cross-stitching and show them what's possible and show them how relatively easy it is. It's a fun hobby. It's a fun, relaxing hobby, and enjoy themselves. So taking lemons and making lemonade. Still going to rebuild the site. I'm just going to take my time with it. Not going to worry about it as much. And for the most part, when it comes to scooters, summer is the big season. So if I can just get my articles rewritten, most of my articles, I don't even need to do all of them all over again. That's the good thing, is that I know which ones were actually popular, and I can have those redone or redo those myself, honestly. And why does that pop through? But so when stuff happens, don't get too upset. Why is that messed up? There we go. There we go. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. I'm going to go back over that one. And then do it all the way over here. That's better. All right. I don't know what the dogs are doing downstairs. I don't know if I want to know. Sounds like they're trying to open the trash. They actually... We have a locking trash can, which we finally got. It only took like 5 or 6 massive trash explosions for us to realize we needed a locking trash can. So we came home the other day, and it was down in the living room. It was like it had been moved about 20 feet. Still locked, which was awesome. But it's crazy little dogs. Those crazy little dogs. I think I'm going to have to go downstairs, and I can hear somebody messing with it. It's probably Zuzu. I should really take him to the... I almost went to spell it for you guys. I was going to say I want to take it to the PARK, because I don't say that word in front of them, but... that would be the nice thing to do. I just don't know if my back can handle it today. I've been doing a lot of lifting and stuff lately, and it's a little sore. I probably should walk. Alright, hold on a second. Okay, apparently I owe Zuzu an apology, because I thought for sure she was the one who was causing problems downstairs. And I still don't know who it is, but I just went downstairs to go look at them to see what they were doing. And they're all just kind of hanging out. She was on the couch, just chilling. And, so yeah, I'm not really sure what that sound is downstairs. Maybe it's the fish. Speaking of the fish, oh. I think I talked about this in my vlog from yesterday. But, man, dudes. I, caught one of the big orange King Kong parrotfish beaten up on the pleco. I mean, literally beating him up. And I got mad. I took a plastic filter thing, whatever, went in there and just knocked him off of him because he was just going after him. I was like, that's it. I'm putting all the parrotfish together. So I got the big aquarium that I love. It's so awesome. And I need to finish filling it with water, which is hard because I have to hand carry the water over to it. And that was another thing, like my back. My back was like, "Nah, you're funny. You're going to carry all this water over?" So I only got so far the other day, and then I had to stop. I'm going to have to do some more runs today of just big containers of water over there and try and fill it up. But I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of these fish being bullies and being jerks to everybody else. I'm going to put them all together, and they can just be jerks to each other, and we will see what happens. It'll kind of be a real-life Hunger Games in a sense, but they've gotten huge, and it's time to... It's just time to put them all three together, and I think that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to put them together. I'm not even going to put any snails in with them. Just the three fish themselves, and then with the pleco, I'm going to let him hang out in his own thing for a bit. I'm probably going to end up getting some more fish, but I want to set up... I got some other things. I got to redo the whole aquarium thing downstairs, and I'm excited about that, but it's a lot of work, and I'm kind of doing it piecemeal a little bit at a time, so... So that's that. Let's see. The bee site is something I also want to do. I know you guys have been like, wait a minute, you haven't been taking us over to your honeybee site, and you're correct. I haven't, because we don't really have any information on there. That's a site that I need to work on. And I do. It's almost like I want to just take a full month and not do anything but that site. But I want to get some of these other things up and running better before I do that. But I've got a lot to do, as you can tell. And then on top of that, I love the direction of this channel and the blog. It's just an overall more helpful channel, and I like helping people. Helping people's fun. All right, let's tie this part off here. Oh boy, making progress. So I will admit, let's talk about hockey for a second. So the Blues raised their, they brought the Stanley Cup back out again and had a celebration with it when they were, opening the season on Wednesday night. Super excited about that. And they opened the season. And my back. And so they announced the whole team, and then captain brings out the cup, and they skate it around, and the captain gets to skate it, and then the couple of assistant captains, associate captains, alternate captains get to, I always forget the A. I mean, everybody has different meanings for that A on their jersey. So Tarasenko was one of them. Skate around with it. And then they gave it back to, got to show the fans the cup there, which was great because we didn't win it there. And so then put it up. Took it back to the keepers of the cup, which I love. I just love the whole idea of the Stanley Cup. I mean, it's such a personal trophy. You know, you get your name on it, and just all these different things. And I think that's what they're going to be doing now with the cup over the next few months. Is the guy who does the engraving is going to put the names of the blues on the cup. I don't think it's on there right now because it takes a while. It's very hard to do. And so they give the cup back to the keepers of the cup. Banner's been raised, and then it's like, all right, that season's over. It's time to start. It's just, I love it. It's like, it's time to put the cup away. Time for a season to start. I just loved it. And I gotta say, I cried. I cried like multiple times. I cried when they were skating the trophy around. I cried when they raised the banner. The team makes me so emotional. I'm so emotional, boys. And super excited though. And yeah, we lost. And so I was like, all right, that's cool. That's fine. We got a point, though, winning overtime. I honestly think Washington, the Capitals, are going to be the favorites to win this year. I think they are on a mission, and they're gonna get there. That's my hope. That's my theory. I think it's going to be. What can it be? Who can it be? It's going to be either San Jose, or, I mean, it could be St. Louis again. I just can't. Part of me thinks it's going to be the Avs, but I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season. It's going to be a long season, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And football's taking a back seat with me, especially once hockey starts, but I can't sit around and watch too much football. I can't actually just sit there and watch football. I got other things I got to do. But when hockey starts, my attention gets divided even further. So and I got Gloria stuck in my head. Is it something that they say? Bum, 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 bum. Victory song, victory song, victory song. Highlighting is fun. You get to show your progress when you highlight. Okay, peoples, let's do some more stitching. Do, 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 do. Just realized, I am going to have to go back to work. We gotta recycle a bunch of stuff. We're gonna take the steel and some metal stuff. We're gonna run over there. My husband and I are gonna run over there on Monday morning. But I just realized I got a couple things I gotta do. So that's why I was silent, because I was thinking, oh yeah, I still gotta do that. No big deal, no big deal. It needs to be done. Gotta go do it. Anyway, what's going on, peeps? What's going on? Zuzu is going to be 5 years old, January 1st, beginning her 6th year of existence on this earth. And the question we all have is, will this be the year that she starts to calm down? She's made tremendous progress this year. She really has. But will she settle down? I hope so. I was just going to tell you something. I forgot what it was. Oh, man. So part of the reason why my back is kind of out of sorts, I need to scoot my chair up closer to the table. That would help me not. There we go. Not bending forward as much. I've been working on strengthening my back because my back gets sore very easily, and I believe that the reason for that is that it's weak. I'm not surprised because I haven't, I tend to sit in a chair a lot, and I don't physically do things for my back. So like this past week when I was doing all these different, this piece is not, I think it's the needles. I think the needles are a little too big on this piece. I'm not making perfect cross stitches, and that's fine. But I'm going to have to come up with a different... I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing it. But, I realized that when I was kind of... My neck is stronger. My upper back is stronger. But my middle and lower back is not as strong. So, like... was it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. The one thing I did get done was that I did some... specific back exercises to kind of help work on that. And so today I'm like really sore and tight. I need to stretch a bit later. And but I'm hoping that if I can work on that this fall, I'll stop having my little back pain episodes. I've been doing so good I haven't needed to go into like the chiropractor very much, which is awesome. And a lot of that's just because I just forced myself to be more active, working on specific exercises to help strengthen like the back of my shoulders and my upper back. So it's all good. Like I said, I did work on the dachshund piece. I worked on that some and got some more purple done. Purpley. And I think that might just be the one that I take with me on my trip and just do purple the entire time. Like before I leave, grid out all the areas, not all the areas, but grid out a sizable area that I know needs purple and just take it with me and just focus on kind of just getting caught up as much as possible from where I was before. I mean, I'm pretty confident I can get caught up to where I stopped with the first version of it, that I can get caught up and be good to go by the end of the year to like, new progress kind of thing. That would be cool. That would be cool. Let's highlight, shall we? Oh man. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. What else can I talk about, peoples? We had a nice trip up to Estes last weekend. It was very brief. It was only about 3 or 4 hours we were up there to see my aunt and uncle, help them close up the cabin. And they were actually leaving that day, so they were eager to kind of have us come up and help them close it up. And it was fun. It's always a good time. And Zuzu got to come up and hang out with us. And because she's so good, she stays close. Although this time she actually did venture off a little bit. Sometimes she'd run off like 100 yards down, because the property is decent size, but she'd run off a little bit. You'd have to call her to get her to come back, and she'd run right back. But it's kind of funny in that regard. But we're proud of her. I'm very proud of her. I gotta do a video of Doogie and his lack of confidence to go down the stairs from the kitchen. Look at that, I messed that up too. Well, I didn't mess that up. I think that was what was done from before. There's a snag or something that's making that look the way that it does. But Doogie has this issue. And there've been times where I've been like, well, he can't see. And we even like put lights up for him and did all these different things to try to help him out so he could see. So, okay, oh, he just can't come down the stairs. Because he looks like he can't come down the stairs. Why can't I get this one to work? But we put all these lights there. And the funny thing is that when he's properly motivated, he runs right down the stairs. Like, he just comes right down the stairs. It's a total confidence thing with him. He's like a child, and no disrespect to children like this, but you know how some kids can't do things unless somebody's watching them, or they need encouragement to do everything. They can do it. They just like to get that encouragement, and then they do it. That's Doogie. And it's funny what we can say to him, that when he's standing at the top of the stairs, like he'll follow us up into the kitchen, and then we always forget to like invite him down into the living room with us where we go. But he'll stand at the top and he'll whine and he'll cry, and it's like, come on, buddy, you can do it. And that doesn't work anymore. It worked in the beginning. Like when you first said that to him, it worked. And now you have to like take that extra step. So sometimes we'll say things like, we have snacks. I don't know. We just say lots of silly things to him to try to get him to come down. And usually the first couple times we say something, it'll work and he'll come down. And then that won't work anymore after a while. And he just gets all bent out of shape and upset that he can't come downstairs. He's got such a funny personality, and it's come out more and more the older he is, but it's total confidence, because I'll walk right up to him and I'll point at him, and a lot of times you just have to tell him to do it, and that works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. But I'll walk up to him, point at him, and then point down the stairs, and he comes downstairs. So it's like, it's not a vision issue. It's a total insecure, I need mom to tell me it's okay kind of thing. And I need to record it at some point. But he is a funny bunny, that boy. That he is. The dogs. Mercury has been missing his dad, because he's really his dad's cat. Mark rescued him from a shelter and put years of work into him to get him to trust him and to love him. And then I come along, and by virtue of just being around all the time, he totally, he's mellowed a lot, though. I heard stories from Mark's friends where he would, like, he was just not a nice cat. He would, you know, hiss and swat, and doesn't want to be touched, and just all these different things. And it's a little bit like that when I first met him, but I kind of, you know, I persist, and he's a funny little guy. And honestly, moving him, we felt bad because even though we lived, like, when we first met each other, we only lived like 5 minutes away from each other, which was funny. But Mark ended up being over here all the time because I couldn't really leave the dogs for long periods of time. And Mark got kind of, I don't want to say neglected, but kind of. I mean, you couldn't help it because you just couldn't be both places at once. And so when we got married and we were able to, we needed a secure door at the top of our stairs to separate the bedroom area from the rest of the house, because we needed something up here to protect Mercury from the dogs. Because there's one dog in particular, and her name rhymes with, well, Bailey. And she would kill Mercury if given the chance. And she absolutely would. And that's just the kind of dog she is. She's a predator. And we've had one or two near misses a few times just in the beginning. And so when Merc finally got moved over, and he ended up, you know, he was here where we were, and we were here every night, and he was, you know, we could feed him in the morning regularly, and he had a fair bit of room to move around. He had a lot of comfortable spots. We put a window ledge in, a window seat in, so he could, you know, sit next to the window and look outside. And it took him a little bit of time, but he adjusted really well, and he's quite happy. And the dogs barking downstairs don't bother him at all. And he's, you know, he's like 15 years old, maybe 16 now, and so he doesn't, you know, he doesn't need a lot of space. So, but with Mark gone, especially that first night, he just kind of stood looking at the door that Mark would come in, and he's just staring at it like, where is he? Where did he go? And so he's putting up with me as being his caretaker, although, to be honest, he likes me. I know he likes me. And so he lets me pick him up and hug him, which I probably shouldn't do. What am I kidding? Of course I should do it. I show my love. And but he's had to rely on me to feed him, and I won't get up at I won't get up because he tells me to get up. He has to wait for me to get up. And thankfully, I've woken up I usually wake up once during the night. Yep, go to the bathroom. I just have to make sure I feed him during that time. And like this 3 o'clock, I fed him. And, but I didn't give him the right food. I gave him like this pate, which he doesn't like. He likes the gravy food. I need to get more of that because I think I'm just about out. And, but he likes the gravy food, and so I fed him this morning, and then this morning when I was waking up, he looked at me and he was like, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, what's the matter? I fed you. And he's like, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, all right, well, let's go take a look and see what happened. And sure enough, he like barely ate it because he doesn't like it as much. And so I had to give him the stuff he likes, and he's such a funny guy. But he does love his daddy. He has this whole routine he does with his daddy where a couple times at night he'll come up and I'll roll over at one point, and Mercury will be sitting on his chest or laying on his chest, and they'll be like chin to chin, and Mercury just rubbing his face all over Mark's chin and purring up a storm, and it's pretty awesome. Mark worked really hard with him to get him to trust them and love them. And uh-oh, dog's barking. 1, 2, 3. Birds are getting restless. I need to uncover them, but I don't want to do it until I'm ready to be done with this video. But I was really happy that I got so much floss bobbinated and pulled together, and that was cool. Ah! Snag! Ah. So because that really helps a lot. I might have to add more of those little containers to the wall though, because I really, like, if I put all the colors out that I need, I don't have enough space. So you gotta get in there and mess with that. But the good news is I'm organized enough again that I'm able to get back into stitching things like Old World Map 2, which is amazing. And I think I will do that, what I talked about in the weekly update, where when I finish the bottom half of the page I'm working on, and I go up and do the top half, I think I'm just going to go all the way across to the end of the row, just doing that top section with the lettering and the yellow, because number one, I can get that done a lot faster doing it that way, and I think it'll be motivating at that point to see how far across it is, and then I can hopefully use that same level of motivation to work on the bottom part, which is more complicated and more difficult and time consuming. Just stop stitching here. It's a good point to stop. Let me highlight a second here and then we'll look at a couple things here. Oh, so you guys remember when I was talking about having those ocular migraines? You know, I had quite a few of them this year. Well, I had to go in and see my doctor for my just normal checkup stuff, and she was like, try magnesium. She's heard that magnesium can help with brain function and just help things work better and whatnot. And sure enough, I started using magnesium, and my brain fog kind of cleared up a little bit. It's been probably a month now. I haven't had a single migraine. Now, who's to say that it would actually totally prevent me from having one, but it's nice that I haven't had any, because I hate it when I have those. They worry me every time I have one, even though I know that it's not a big deal. But I take this little magnesium powder that I got, that they white labeled it, and they put their own label on it, but it's really good tasting stuff. I gotta try and find it on Amazon, but it's good stuff. All right, so we worked on that. We got a lot of stuff done there. I'm going to continue to work on this so that we can make some progress. We're still way up in this corner right here. One could say that I should have just gone and gotten dyed fabric and gotten just this part and stitched it over, but I say no to that. I say no. I say go big, go home. Go big or go home. That's my philosophy. Well, I've got a lot of philosophies, but that's part of it. There's that. And then I got to finish the page for Reaper. That's a goal today, too. Look how close I am. Look how close I am. So close. So that's my goal, too. So I've got videos to make and writing to do and stitching to do and cleaning to do, and hubby will be back tomorrow. Whoops. Oh, I dropped the honey. Speaking of honey. Anyway, so many of you guys have reached out to buy some, and that's awesome. And I had my little tantrum yesterday about the post office messing it up again. But there was only the one thing that got messed up. Everything else made it to their desired end result. So I'm just thinking that it was just somebody at the Indiana location that messed that up. But anyway, so I probably will still use post office for it. I need to get over myself with this. I just need to, because it's the funny thing is that we go back. Let's go back to the whole idea about things happen for a reason, making lemons out of lemon, or making lemonade out of lemons and all that other stuff. That things happen for a reason. So everything that happened, everything that's gone wrong with the post office, ultimately, either A, was totally fine, or B, I did something better because of it. And so I'm, I just need to not be so reactive and get so angry about stuff at times. But, ooh, the colors are changing outside. Nice. And the trees. I hadn't noticed that the local trees were changing, but they are now. It got down to like 40 degrees the other night. So, it's stitching season, people. Well, it's stitching season. It's everything season. This is the best time of the year for me. Anyway, so I'm going to go load up this video. And I'm going to do some other videos and then some more and then some stitching and all that. So thank you guys for watching. Why am I showing that? We worked on some honeybee portrait. Link is down below if you guys are interested in this piece. It links you right to the page on HAED that you can get it from. And yeah, so just let me know if you guys have any questions. I need to get caught up on my comments. I did that last week. I'm going to do it again this week. Get caught up on the comments from the last week. And but yeah, I will see you guys real soon. See you on the blog. If you have any comments on the articles that I should write, if there's anything that you guys want to know, I'm trying to basically take the questions that I get frequently and make posts out of them, make articles out of them, because if my watchers and subscribers have those questions, I know a lot of people do. So so that's good. That's good. Thanks, guys. I will see you guys super soon. Take care.